This is Tom Long. I'm the film critic with the Detroit News.
It's Adam Graham. I'm the pop culture writer of the Detroit News.
And we're talking about Oscars. Right now we're going to talk about Best Actor and Best Actress nominees. Who we got for Best Actor?
The nominees for Best Actor are Bradley Cooper in Silver Linings Playbook, Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln, Hugh Jackman in Les Mis, Joaquin Phoenix in The Master, and Denzel Washington for Flight.
Boy, those are familiar types, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's
except for Bradley Cooper. I mean, he's like the only surprise guy in there.
A surprise guy, and such a big surprise in this movie. I mean, like, Bradley Cooper's the Hangover guy. He's the guy who's like the fun time Charlie. In this movie, to me, he completely blew me away with, you know, what he was able to do, the way that he was able to inhabit this character.
Yeah, just who he was.
Yeah, I mean, just great work out of a guy that you didn't know had it in him. I look at the guy in a completely different way now. I look at him like an actor, you know, and like an artist even.
He was in the A-Team just a few years ago. I mean, to go from that to this.
Exactly. He caught a pass somehow from David O. Russell, and I think it changed his career.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to win the Oscar.
No, he's still a little too young to win the Oscar.
Yeah.
But I mean, what great work! He would be my pick. I thought that he was better than anybody else.
Yeah, I was surprised that Denzel got in there, although he is a typical, you know,
he's Denzel.
Oscar nominee.
Flight didn't do much.
Flight didn't do much. It was an okay movie. He was playing the classic drunk who won't face up to it, which is a role that's been done a lot of times. I don't think he's got that much of a chance. Hugh Jackman in Les Mis, I couldn't stand.
For him, right?
I hated the movie so much that, you know.
Joaquin in The Master.
As I've said before.
A madman performance.
And yeah, it's a very good performance, but it's just a hard movie to love.
It really is.
And he's a hard guy to love.
He really is.
He doesn't do himself any favors.
And in that movie, especially, just like his face is so tough. But it's not happening for him, not this time.
Which leaves us with the presumed winner, which will be Daniel Day-Lewis, who wins an Oscar just about every time he makes a movie. You know, he's playing Lincoln. He's playing his beloved icon.
Right.
He plays it well.
I don't care for Lincoln that much as a person. Abe Lincoln to me,
you're a Washington guy.
I'm more of a Washington guy. And Daniel Day-Lewis's performance as Lincoln, to me, it made me dislike Lincoln. It made him into this big blowhard who gives these speeches.
Guy, yeah,
and I couldn't stand it. But I mean, I understand the respect that's there for him. I understand he's going to walk away with it. Bradley Cooper's my choice. I'm fine with the fact that
I'd go with Cooper too, but I think Daniel Day-Lewis has this pretty much locked up. Okay, let's look at Best Actress.
Best Actress nominees are Jessica Chastain in Zero Dark 30, Jennifer Lawrence in Silver Linings Playbook, Emmanuelle Riva in Amour, Quasin
we don't know how to say it.
Wallace for Beasts of the Southern Wild, and Naomi Watts in The Impossible.
This is the tightest race, I think, in the acting categories. I have a tough time deciding. I mean, I don't.
It's Jennifer Lawrence.
It's J-Law for sure.
I'm Silver Linings Playbook again and again and again.
That's who I hope will win it. And I even have to say, I think she will win it.
I think she will. I mean, she's young. She's got momentum. She's in franchises. She's doing big numbers in Hollywood. And this is a role that she absolutely just knocked out of the park. I mean, again, you know, she was in the Hunger Games earlier this year. She's kind of like this thing. She'd been really good in Winter's Bone before. But the work that she does in Silver Linings Playbook is just like, it's astonishing.
Yeah.
And her and Bradley Cooper together are just, they're such a great couple. You want to see these guys make 10 more movies together. Right. And I think that she's got kind of the momentum here. Hollywood likes her. Fans like her. She's relatable. She's fun. She's fresh, and it gives a good spin on the whole race. I think it's hers.
I think she's probably going to be in the Oscar conversation for the next 40 years.
Yeah, she'll be around.
This girl is a phenomenal talent.
Really.
As far as the others, I loved Watts in The Impossible. When I first saw it, I went, oh man,
she's Watts.
There's the Oscar.
Watts was even good in movie 43. I mean, Watts is so good. We take her for granted, but a couple years down the road, she's going to have a role that's going to knock out. And this was that, but The Impossible didn't do anything for you.
Yeah. Who else we got?
We got Beasts of the Southern Wild, little 9-year-old.
I don't even know how she got in there. I mean, she's a wonderful image and she works well in the movie, but come on.
Yeah, and Jessica Chastain in Zero Dark 30. Super strong work. I know that you weren't Mr. Zero Dark 30. I saw it a second time and I was blown away by it and her.
I think she was great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, her character was a cipher. I think the movie is too controversial for her to win.
Absolutely.
I think the controversy.
Zero Dark 30 has this cloud hanging over it now. Different circumstances. circumstances, it could have really barreled through this race. But now it's kind of like everyone's staying away from it. And then of course there's Emmanuel Riva from Amour,
which is just too small a movie
too
depressing a movie.
Yeah.
I doubt that many Oscar voters even watched it all the way through. It's such a depressing.
If they did make it all the way through, then God bless their souls.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about Best Picture and Best Director next. See you then.